The night before was a complete surprise. And when I say that, I don't mean that I thought the movie was going to suck and it turned out to be really good. I thought the movie was going to be amazing just from the trailer. It was one of those trailers that you wanted to hate, but you just couldn't because it was just so charming and so funny and so off the wall. The premise of the movie is pretty simple. You have Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character whose parents died in a tragic car accident when he was really young. And ever since then, his two best friends, Seth Rogan and Anthony Mackie, have kind of taken it upon themselves to be his family and to take him out every Christmas for a sort of like extravaganza throughout town where they just party their asses off. And that's phenomenal when you're younger. But the issue with that is when you get older, you have your own problems to deal with. You start your own families, your own, ambitions in life. You have to move on. Unfortunately, Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character really hasn't moved on. He's kind of stuck in his own little rut. And his friends have decided that this is the last year that they're going to have this Christmas bash with him. Most of their insane misadventures revolve them trying to find this mythical epic Christmas party called the Nutcracker that's held every year, but that no one really seems to know about or know how to get into. I would love to chalk this up to just a stoner film, but it's really not. Seth Rogen's actually the only one who really gets high in the entire film, but they are kind of searching for weed the entire film too, so it kind of is a stoner film. But at its heart, it is a Christmas film. There's tons of, I guess, what you'd want to call Christmas miracles. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of craziness that goes along with it. There's a lot of Christmas themes. So if you want to see a Christmas movie, this movie's for you. If you want to see a stoner film, this film is also for you. If you just want to see a buddy comedy where your friends start to grow apart but they come back together for an epic night of adventure, this is the film for you. This has a lot of different ranges to it. You can actually see this movie for multiple reasons and find a reason for you to go. It's a great film. It has a lot of potential. I just hope that it gets the praise that it really deserves. This movie also has a lot of laughs. You have Seth Rogen, who delivers the laughs. He is the stoner in this film. He's sort of the accessible character for stoners in the movie overall. But he goes through a lot of crazy shit. And even if you're not into drugs or if you've never gotten high, you'll still enjoy his character because you can see him go through a lot of crazy antics that most people would never go through in their entire lives. Joseph Gordon-Levitt, also pretty funny, but he was kind of more the center of the story in this movie. So you really didn't see him pull off too much comedy because he was sort of the emotional crux of the movie. And surprisingly, Anthony Mackie was very funny in this film. He had a lot of chemistry with the other two main characters in the movie. So he was actually pretty much a standout for me because he was very funny in this film. And I don't really usually see him as a funny guy. So awesome. There's also a little bit of a sleeper in this movie. There's a character in the movie that I have never thought of as having a funny bone in his body, but was hilarious. He's just as dry as you would think he is, but it works in such a great way in the film that amazing. I laughed every time he was on screen. He might have actually stolen the show from me. But the main question is, did I like this movie? No. I loved this movie. You need to go see this movie because it combines everything I love about classic Christmas movies, where you even have a bunch of Christmas miracles that happen throughout the film, and even a lot of jokes about other like Home Alone movies, stuff like that. A lot of classic Christmas film, but it combines it with a comedic element that you don't normally see, and I loved it. I loved every minute of it. You need to go see this movie. Thanks for stopping by. Feel free to like this video, and remember to subscribe as well if you want to get more of our content. Also, feel free to find your way to madmazreviews.com where we have even more content.